right, people, we are back in from the break, tidying up some loose ends here on what is the hottest show on the streets, number one forum for all things Crimson Tide football news. In my own words, with yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And before we get into the final topic here, gotta remind you of TDAwear.com. That is TDAwear.com. Now, we got two new shirts for you guys. Two new shirts that represent Alabama getting that 18th national championship. And on the back of one of the shirts, it's got all of the national championships that Alabama has won and its illustrious history on the back of one of those shirts. So you check out TDAwear.com. We got you covered right here. All of the shirts, hoodies, styles, fashions. Make us your one-stop shop. Your Alabama football clothing, purchasing apparel needs. We got you right here, TDAwear.com. That is TDAwear.com. Rep your program, rep your team, rep your 18 national championships on those shirts, that being the Crimson Tide. Check us out right there, TDAwear.com. But as we now get into the reason why we need spring football, Alabama, you guys as the fans, we need spring football this year, especially after getting through a season where we adjusted things, we altered things, we were able to maneuver things and have a season despite the global COVID-19 pandemics. We were able to multitask and get through the unprecedented season. And because we were able to do that, I feel like this time around, this spring, we should be in a much better situation. We should be in a much better outlook to have spring football in some sort of capacity. And the biggest reason why I feel like we need spring is there are some questions that need to be answered. Last year, we kind of dealt with trial by fire, and a lot of you were angry. Well, not angry. Angry is a strong word. A lot of you were frustrated. A lot of you were bothered because you really wanted to have spring football last year because so many of you wanted to see Bryce Young, wanted to see a lot of these other freshmen and older, experienced veteran players. But because of the situation that we were in our world, we could not have spring football. So now, even though the trial by fire for 2020 ended the right way, it ended with Alabama hoisting the national championship to end that campaign. This time around, you guys are starving for, can we get spring football? Want to see an A-Day game? Want to see some scrimmages? Want to see some bullets flying? Want to see, some action out there on the field due to not having it last spring? And one of the biggest reasons why, the quarterback room for Alabama this year. With Mac Jones pursuing the NFL draft, you're looking at Bryce Young, Paul Tyson, and an incoming freshman by the name of Jalen Milroe from Texas. And first and foremost, where Bryce Young is concerned, we're already seeing the media excited about him. Really excited about Bryce. One outlet in particular, Fox Sports, and its media pundit, R.J. Young, already has Bryce as a Heisman sleeper for the 2021 season. You have a lot of these other outlets that have put up their way too early draft projections for Alabama for next season, and Young has been listed as the starting quarterback on those. There was even a moment when Jones came out of the game in the fourth quarter, late fourth quarter there, to that outstanding ovation at Hard Rock Stadium, he handed the ball to Bryce Young. So when Mac gave Bryce Young the ball, everybody immediately thought, okay, this is the passing of the torch. This is symbolic. This is Mac saying, Bryce, this is your team. Bryce, this is your program. Bryce, this is your offense. People saw it as this is Mac handing the torch to Bryce. And while I can see that being a symbolic feature here, Bryce Young this past season completed 13 of 22 passes for 154 yards, had a touchdown pass to Devontae Smith this past season. But there's going to be a lot of competition here in this room. I'm excited to see what Bryce can do. I'm happy to see what Bryce can do as a former 5-star by the way of modern-day high school in California. But there's a lot of competition, and the first guy you got to think about is Paul Tyson. Paul Tyson, to me, is somebody to definitely keep your eye on. This was a very accurate quarterback in high school. He went to Trussville High School in Alabama. We're talking about a guy that was 19-5 as a starter, more than 6,500 passing yards, 69 touchdowns, just 13 picks. A guy that's legitimately 6'5", 230 pounds. Big body here, big body. Very strong, very accurate arm. When I've gotten the chance to speak to different people within the program, for starters like Paul Tyson, the contributing players like Paul Tyson, the walk-ons like Paul Tyson, the equipment managers like Paul Tyson, everybody on the team down to the darn water and towel boys love themselves some Paul Tyson. So Paul is really somebody to keep your eye on. I had a chance about a good 2 years ago to have a conversation with Bobby Humphrey, former Alabama running back Bobby Humphrey. And Humphrey was one of the first guys to really work with Tyson on his mechanics. And from talking to him, he sat down with me and he said, "Steven, I have never seen a high school quarterback coming out of the state of Alabama as accurate as Paul Tyson is. This guy puts the ball on the money. The receivers don't have to turn. They don't have to overly adjust or overly contort for the ball. The ball is right there in the breadbasket, perfect every single time." So Paul Tyson is somebody, you don't sleep on this young man. And I've been saying this for quite some time now. Yes, he's Paul Bear Bryant's great-grandson, but bigger than the name. And to me, he's kind of Mac Jones 2.0 in a sense of, remember, Mac endured a lot of criticism in the preseason. He's not all that great, not all that good. He's not Tua. He's not like Tua. And we saw what Mac Jones did. And we saw how he snapped. And we saw how he came out the bag and had a season that one of the greatest ever in the history of Alabama football. So here comes Paul Tyson enduring the same type of criticism. The only reason why Bama got him is he Paul Bear Bryant, great-grandboy, ain't nothing special, ain't nothing big, ain't nothing exciting. I'm telling you people, watch Paul Tyson. Nothing to sneeze about where this young man is concerned. He's coming, he's gunning, and he's coming hot. But that's number two. The third name is Jalen Milroe, the freshman from Texas. And what intrigues me about him is, remember the last quarterback Alabama got from Texas named Jalen? Jalen Hurts from the Houston area, that 2016 class. Remember, he came in and he pushed everybody else in the transfer portal. He basically was like, Drake, the game needs changing and I'm the cashier. That was Jalen Milroe. The game needs changing, and I'm the cashier. My time is now. Get out the way, make the beats, move. My turn. That's what Jalen Hurts did. Does Jalen Milroe have that type of moxie? Does Jalen Milroe have that type of mindset? Can he do the exact same thing that Hurts did from 2016 and shock the entire Alabama football program, and he becomes the starting quarterback? Because he's got a lot of talent, a lot of gifts, a lot of tools, a lot of potential. But can he come in here and do what Jalen Hurts did a few years back and take Alabama football by storm and become the starter? So one of the reasons why, people, we need spring football. This quarterback room for 2021 this year, the competition on the field this year, going to be very, very intriguing. Everybody talking Bryce Young. I'm excited to see what Bryce Young can do, but do not blink your eye at Paul Tyson and do not blink your eye at Jalen Milroe. This is going to be really fun right here. But as always, Tide Nation, you want the best in news, notes, information, and coverage on your favorite favorite program, that being Alabama football. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. You download the app from the iPhone App Store. If you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store, if you've got the Android phone. For your audio listening needs, we got you right here, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. If the good and gracious Lord sees fit, I'll be back on Wednesday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. As always, Alabama fans, you purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link will be found in the description. Also, be on the lookout for the new print edition, the new print issue of Touchdown Alabama Magazine coming soon. And if you subscribe to touchdownalabama.com, subscribe to the site, touchdownalabama.com, you can get you a free copy of the print issue of the magazine that is coming soon. Also, you can copy that 4-finger bling necklace, 4-finger bling jewelry, courtesy of weownthefourthquarter.com. That link will be in the description as well. But until next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children continue doing the right things, those things legitimately, to not be bored. Get you those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. Protect yourself, protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, spit in my own words. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.